party, yeah. We vibing and grinding one night. I think that we did it this time. Got guys in the corner, they are. Shawty done had a last for the night. Little mama came up and caught me by surprise. You know that your boy had to shoot a shot. Now we face to face, both the eyes locked. I came up for it and said, hey there, little mama, if you need a dance partner, I'm more than happy to help you. Come here. I turned her around, her body on mine. She sat in my hand. On her, she holding on tight. She followed my lead. I'm pulling her close. She said it feels nice. She from around here, not just for the night. She gave me a number, said call me sometime. She left the party with her friend by her side. Whoop, whoop. 12 pulling up, hands outside with your up. Lay low, go ahead, crank that up. This my block, and I say when we stop. But we ain't stopping.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. A good game here would get this road trip started confidently for the Suns. And, of course, Tari Eason. This is his first game in his new Phoenix Suns uniform.
Man, that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people working for the organization. They think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
That a what?
innings.
Yeah, raised by his mother, and Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
Now here's Irving. Here's Adebayo. The rebound by KD. Here's Eason. To the middle. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
Oh, perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Outside for Durant. Richardson outside. Back to KD. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Here's Adams. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Has to Ware. No one near him. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Boy, beautiful dime there by Kyrie. We've seen him improve as a passer since he's been in the league.
Durant just inside the line. A shot off that time. Durant with the steal. Suns moving the ball around. And Adebayo sends it back.
And a menace defensively. Adebayo with the squad. He's an all-defensive team member for a reason.
Outside Irving. Inside. Ware.
And shooting against Adams, very challenging. He's an assertive defender who won't back off.
Richardson outside. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Fires for 3. Irving can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. It can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Ware, no good. The Suns trailing. Got a piece of it. Outside Durant. Back to Brogdon. Trying to get something going. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon is not the biggest guy, but that does not stop him from being aggressive and assertive inside.
Here's Ware. And Adams sends it back. Adebayo with the ball. Now defended by Adams. Here's Ware. And he jams it with authority.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Durant. And that one is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Adebayo. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to talk with Denver's head coach. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable, force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Teams changing it up here. The Nuggets leading by 3. Whitmore up top. Oh, good with the triple. And it's Phoenix's ball. Shots good by Miller.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Whitmore. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw fouls.
And both free throws good for Whitmore. Suns trail by 3 to the inside. And Miller throws it down hard.
That's how you do it, big fella. With power. Yes.
Pass to Holmes. From downtown. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
Does he even have to jump? Bol is a long guy.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. Over to the wing. Here's Brown, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Armstrong with it. Now guarded by Jordan. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Suns trail by 5. Holmes with the steal. Here's Whitmore. Good D by Miller. And here's Armstrong. He has yet to score.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And he sinks the second. Pass to Brown. Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got 6 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close.
17.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Denver.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. Things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
First team foul. Checking in the game for your Nuggets, number 15.
Armstrong with it. Pass to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And stolen by Thompson. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Whitmore. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Saric for three.
Great defense from Bol, using that massive wingspan perfectly right there.
And the dunk by Bol.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
The Suns trailing. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Iguodala.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Irving for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got himself on the board with three there.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution for your
And the Nuggets making a change here. Miller outside. Back to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
That's tipped. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Here is Durant. Off the inbound, no good. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And, Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
First team foul.
Here's Christie. Now, here's Washington. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Where? Good.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
Screen by Adams. Here's Durant. Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. Pushing it up. No good on that one. Good D by Brogdon. Suns trailed by 3. It's a powerful flush by Durant.
That's the defense's fault right there. You can't allow Durant to get that kind of position.
2 minutes.
Pass to Adebayo. Over in the corner, Washington. Here's Ware. No good on the triple. And here is Adams. And Adams with the slam.
You know, you look at Durant, I don't think he gets enough credit for his passing. He's excellent at getting the rock to his guys. Outside Irving. Pass to Washington. Here's Ware. Adams defending. Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. To the middle.
9 feet out. Again, Phoenix. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Hey, I'd like to also shout out the way they've defended. Already they've recorded some really good shot blocks.
Okay.
The Nuggets trailed by 3. Here's Westbrook. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always in attack mode. That's 24/7.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Richardson. Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Lets it go with a 3. Brown's shot is off. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Durant. Tough 2 from Durant.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
A second chance effort. A shot by Jordan, no good.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns ahead. They lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Puts it up off the inbound. Outside Durant. Back to Eason. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Off the inbound pass. And the dunk by Eason.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Durant driving the lane, and they pick up 2. KD's got the lead up to 8 now for Phoenix.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Buries it from three-point range. Ware's got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Durant with a wide-open look. And Ware pulls it down.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Down low. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
Suns leading by 4. Pass to Eason. Outside for Durant. That doesn't go either for KD. And Denver has possession. Here's Irving. Now Washington. Just 4 to shoot. The Nuggets with another miss.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
One-on-one here. Pass to KD. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Washington with it. Now defended by Adams. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Brown. He's got 6. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Thompson. The Suns need to get a shot.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson, finding a better look there.
Irving from long range. And Ball pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Ware. Irving with it. Here's Ware. The Nuggets with another miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The Nuggets trail by 10. Now Whitmore. He has 5. Count it. Good. Whitmore's got 7.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Pass to Armstrong. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here's Denver. Whitmore with it. 7 points in the game. The shot, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Christie. And Bull pulls it down.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Here's the screen. Pass to Iguodaro. Stolen by Westbrook. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Thompson. To the inside. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Let's give it up for your Denver Nuggets dancer.
Here's Christie. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Phoenix up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit
The Suns, 51.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Down by 12. Pass to Whitmore. The kick out to Westbrook. Hayward with the ball. Now Bull defending. Shot clock at 5. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
And the dunk by Bull.
And once Bull gets going, catches fire, he stays with it, which is bad news for the opponent.
Nobody near Irving. The three-pointer, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Miller surveying the floor. Tries again, and he lays it up and in.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And what a day on the glass for a guy who's given up a lot of size out on the floor. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Timeout called, Nuggets. Both teams deciding to change it up. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thanks so much, David. Here's the floater. And it's Denver with the rebound. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
Really good control that time by Washington. Embraced the physical contact and then worked his way through it.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown. for Phoenix.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Pass to Ware. Shoots over Adams. Eason grabs the board.
Boy, that is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers that thing home.
And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys, more desire to secure the ball.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. On defense, Denver. It's a 14-point game. Back to KD. Eason, the screen. And it's good for two.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
That gives him his second three of the half, with 3 total for the game.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Pass to Brown. From outside, off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, you know, they get it to Durant because they trust him. They've got great confidence in him finishing in the open court.
Irving. Now here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Armstrong. Outside, KD. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, Durant, what concentration.
Durant has definitely been on one tonight, knocking down shots for himself at a high rate.
On D, Adebayo. And Ball pulls it down. Suns lead by 15. And again, Kevin Durant. Durant's got 21 in the game.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Phoenix.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And in this era of great parity, boy, it takes a lot to sweep an opponent in 4 straight games, but that's exactly how they finished off their season series here tonight against the Nuggets.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Bol Bol.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
KD can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Nuggets.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's KD. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second.
It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. First free throw is good. Durant hits them both. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one.
Why you seem like I'm smart? What you gotta do?
The kitchen.
Nah, I gotta do this. I do it for you.
Let me just straighten up out here.
Huh?
Let me straighten up out here.
What's up in the living room? So he's not going inside?
You should see anything and stuff.
Hey. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Let go. Yo. Hey. This ain't gonna work. It's definitely gonna work. Like he's definitely not staying in. He's not going to the time. Yo, you just break that up. What's up with you? Yo. Yeah, I'm about to take this down. DJ.
Hey, the market does look smaller. Looking at it like this is kind of like we're treasure hunters.
Yarr! We're on a rainbow treasure hunt. It's yummy, yummy, colorful fruit we want. We'll use our map and spyglass too. We're off to find colorful fruit.